Get ready, folks, because the air's electric tonight, and every little detail could swing the entire season. We've got a bold rumor, a primetime test, front office calls heating up, and a tactical wrinkle that might just shock even the harshest analysts. People are whispering about a financial reset. There's a game that could reshape the locker room, a move that could shift the AFC landscape, and a starter who needs to answer the noise with action on the field. You ready to face the truth and defend that logo? You won't believe what's coming. So get comfy, drop a like, and let's jump straight into it. Subscribe to the channel so we can hit 1,000 and show the power of Dolphins Nation. All right, let's slow it down for a second, because this rumor set the whole fan base on fire. People are asking, what the hell is this about Tua now? Picture this, a move that smells more like cap gymnastics than football logic. One designed to clear money and shuffle assets, putting Miami right in the center of a storm about future, identity, and ambition. First thing, breathe. This isn't about whether Tua can play. It's about how the game off the field gets played. And that's where it gets wild. Because when somebody floats a Brock Osweiler turbo deal, shipping Tua and second-round picks for scraps, you can't pretend that's normal. That's a test of direction and backbone. Let's be real, that comparison doesn't hold. Osweiler was never the engine of a winning offense. Tua's shown he can run an efficient system, move the chains, and get this team into January. 2 playoff trips in 2 years under him aren't luck. Sure, the 2026 cap hit looks heavy, but paying to dump a productive QB while your head coach is fighting for wins and his job, that's how you split a locker room in half. The football impact would be instant total reset, broken rhythm, lost continuity in a roster built on speed, timing, and precision. Financially, yeah, clearing the books sounds tempting when you're squeezed. But what message does that send to Tyreek, Waddle, that O-line, and a defense finally finding its groove? Fans are right to call it out. You don't give up premium capital just to bail on a quarterback who's producing. That's the move of a franchise that's quit on the present. And that's not Miami. If 2025's a transition year, there's a smarter way. Tweak bonuses. Restructure depth deals. Find bargain value in the market. And hit the draft for O-line and edge help. Cold analysis says it's a move by someone trying to exploit your squeeze. Hot analysis hours says Miami shouldn't slap a clearance tag on its quarterback. That's not moving a piece, that's blowing up the engine room. And get this, an anonymous exec mentioned a similar scenario weeks back, which keeps the smoke alive. But reality still wins on Sundays. With McDaniel needing wins and the offense finally finding rhythm again, pulling that trigger would feel like sabotage. And as this talk circulates, the clock ticks down. Rivals are watching. The league's asking the real question. Are the Dolphins hunters or prey? Here's the truth. You can't buy locker room culture in bulk. You sure don't sell a functioning QB with picks attached. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the wildest part of the day. Because what's next could decide more than a scoreboard, it could define the tone of the season. Thursday night's a mirror no team likes to look into. Beating the Ravens twice in 5 days would flip the mood, restore faith in the offense, and justify a steady hand through this transition. Lose, and that trade deadline clock starts screaming. This is where front office brains meet backbone. Don't sell just to sell. Listen smart, think 2026 and beyond. 3 teams make sense for Miami to call. The Colts. Classic opportunists. They smell an opening and pounce, especially when they need pressure for a playoff push. Miami's got edge depth, even if production's uneven, and that's leverage. The move only works if it's value for value. You flip rotational snaps into draft capital that could become an alignment or corner, keeping the roster balanced. Fans will grumble, sure, but that's the price of smart roster building. Indy doesn't pay for names, they pay for roles. If you can get a mid-round pick with some snap or sack conditions, that's already a solid win. Then there's Washington. They started the year trying to level up, but got smacked by underperformance and injuries on defense. Perfect setup for a splash move. Miami could move an athletic edge with a manageable contract and sell the narrative. consistent snaps. Defined role in a system where he can just rush free. In return, grab a protected top 100 pick, maybe with a conditional kicker for sacks. That's not just asset recovery, that's cap. Flexibility for 2026 and breathing room for core re-signings. Fans might split on it, but when that pick turns into O-line protection for Tua next spring, everyone gets it. And the 49ers? Even after adding Keon White, they're walking a fine line without Bosa or Warner. Saleh loves deep rotation. If they see value in a disciplined high-motor edge, they'll make a pragmatic offer. Miami should only consider it if there's a third-round conditional or multiple mid-rounders. The key? Don't trade someone crucial for containing mobile QBS right before facing Lamar. Timing matters. Take calls now, but only move if the price and medical reports line up. If Thursday ends in a win, you still take the calls? Just raise your bar. Don't compromise identity for a short-term high. Win or lose, the philosophy stays, add value, not chaos. A trade could tweak the pass rush rotation, open snaps for young talent, and fuel a future O-line or press corner pick. If an offer's soft, the answer's easy. We're not having a clearance sale. You want impact? Pay impact prices. Now, about that Battlefield Baltimore primetime, their roster healthy, ours patching it together. This game cuts both ways. Execute the plan, and it flips the season's tone. Miss, and it speeds up tough calls. Lamar's back at full go, and that changes everything. Any bad angle turns into a big play. Miami's response? Discipline. Contain. Responsibility. Not just chasing sacks, but owning gaps. The good news? Timing's right for a few guys. Minkah practiced full. That unlocks the entire middle of the field. If he can rotate post-snap, disguise coverage, and shut down those crossing routes Baltimore loves, Miami can control the tempo. Rookie Jason Marshall Jr. getting full reps adds versatility. Hold your nickel technique, let Minkah roam, and you're in business. And then there's Bradley Chubb. He's still not all the way back from last year's recovery, but his presence alone changes the equation. He sets that strong side edge and dictates how Lamar reads the field. Even limited, he's planning to play. That allows five-man fronts, flipped gap counts, and forces Lamar off rhythm, where the secondary can contest balls in the air. If Chubb's snap count has to stay low, expect aggressive rotations and simulated pressures from DBS to speed Lamar up. Offensively, no Julian Hill again means another heavy set with a sixth old lineman. Sounds conservative? It's actually protection against McDaniel's own over-creative. Pound-wide zone, mixed play-action shots, RPOs, and second and medium. That's math working in your favor. The patched right side needs quick releases, smart slides, and motion to declare coverage. That's how you neutralize Baltimore's rush and keep Tua clean. And about the explosion? It comes when patience hurts. Establish that run with 6 linemen, and the defense shrinks the nickel. That's when you go motion stack, wheel route on a linebacker, glance route from Waddle sneaking behind a latratating safety. The biggest trap for McDaniel is overthinking. Stick to the heavy plan, own time of possession, and hit 2 surgical shots per quarter. Third and short, QB sneak or toss crack. None of that cute middle stuff. Big picture, don't give the Ravens short fields. Sometimes punting is winning when your defense needs grass behind it. This game's a showcase for trade value too. A healthy, productive Chubb. Stock up. A disciplined front. Everyone's price tag rises. Every tackle could mean an extra pick in March. This isn't just Thursday night. It's the next 6 days. Play smart, hit hard, and let your execution speak louder than the rumor mill. It's one of those days where reality stares you in the face. Outside noise, ticking clocks, and a game that measures character more than scheme. The wild rumor tested our backbone, but it also reminded us why culture and continuity matter. The calls and scenarios showed Miami can win now and build for tomorrow without losing its soul. And that chess match with Baltimore laid it out. Protect Tua. Let Minkah orchestrate and hold the edge with discipline. Now it's on us. Stick with the heavy sets, hit when it counts, and accept that ugly wins still count. So tell me, would you trade a pass rusher for premium capital if we win Thursday? Or would you hold the line and push all your chips to January? Drop your take in the comments, share it with that friend who never believes in the Dolphins, and subscribe to the channel so we can hit 1,000 and show the power of Dolphins Nation.